Okay, so we just started this little job here. We got water flowing. Trying to get rid of this lake we got there. It's not supposed to be there. Got it ditched and flowing this way. All right, so here's the situation. This is, you see, we're in the buffalo pen, and do you see that white line right there? That's my grade rod. I left it yesterday because they had me blocked, and they're guarding it this morning, it appears. But don't worry, we are armed. We have weapons. Dusty, show me your weapon. What's that? So we're taking on them 2 water buffaloes.
I don't believe it's gonna do us any good.
With a shovel and a rake. Oh Lord. So hopefully there won't be any running and camera shaking in this video. All right, so what's it looking like? Are they wanting to break and run, or they don't look like it, do they?
I think they're pretty rooted right now.
I think when we stopped, we messed ourselves up. This is kind of a gamble. I don't know about this, dude. That was dang near a snort there. That ain't good. That's probably not good. What'd you think, dude? They gonna let us get over here? If we can get to the fence.
I don't think we can make it to the fence. Either way we go. So we about to have to figure it out.
I'd say your best bet, if this goes bad, is this. You see this hay pen or whatever behind us over here? Shit. My bad. Saying something ugly. What do you think, dude? I think we walk to this fence right here.
I think that's where we're gonna get smashed.
Lord. That ain't good.
You can have your pile of dirt. I just want the grace.
Oh, Lord.
Hold up, brother.
Oh my gosh. We should have drove the machine out here. I don't want no horn in my butt today.
This is where you don't want to be, is in this mud where you can't move.
As we're going to the mud. Don't worry, little buddy. If one of us gets caught, we'll have it all on camera. It'll be worth it. Now we got to shovel this corner out while we're here.
Oh, that's good one.
I'd say we'd be better off right now to do that instead of trying to leave.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at least we won't look like we're scared.
I believe he sensed that when we walked through the gate.
There's 400 pounds of us and 4,000 pounds of them.
And probably 2-3 pounds of moccasins right here. Somewhere.
I ain't even worried about snakes. They're down on the list. Thank you, Jesus. The standoff, I hope, is over. I hope they're not just messing.
Determined we are superior specimens.
They're probably messing with us. They're fixing to run back over here and gore us.
It'd be like super troopers or whatever.
Whew. They're turning back to look. All right, they decided we ain't worth it. I'm gonna tell you what, that was a little sketchy. Boy, that made a big difference in the flow. Look at it.
Yeah.
You want this rake?
Nah.
What'd you say, Dusty?
Just getting the.
Yeah, that made a heck of a difference right there. What you did.
Get all this trash on the other side of the fence.
I wish we had more fall, but it is what it is. It's still gonna work though. We just gotta get it dried up some. Okay, we managed to get the grade rod. The buffaloes have left the location and went to the other pen. We're very thankful for that. We're almost done. We got the water flowing best we can, and we're gonna head out of here. Dusty, how happy are you that the buffaloes left?
Ecstatic.
That don't look very happy. You want me to call them back over here?
No, I'm good.
You ain't really giving me much to work with. I'm just saying. Look at that dirt pile where that thing was twice that size yesterday. They have wallered and pushed that thing down. Yeah, they told me yesterday, said, don't worry about the buffaloes, they won't fool with you. And then not even 15 minutes later, I got them fighting a dirt pile on camera. So that's the ditch we put in yesterday. I didn't get to take any footage of it. There was a lot of rain coming down, so, and I was by myself, so I couldn't put the drone up. But so we're just trying to drain this lake that's on the other side of the road over there where you see the 130 part. There's like a lake there that's not supposed to be there, and we're trying to get it drained. It's not really a lake, it's just like a mud hole, but we're gonna drain it. Then we're gonna come back in here and put some nice slopes on this ditch where he can mow it. And once it dries out, believe it or not, this actually dries out nice. We just had a lot of water here lately. Don't leave me out here with them buffalo. Okay, let me try to explain a little bit about what's going on. So this is just a low spot in the field. You know, it always fills up with water. There's a culvert about where the truck is, and the culvert is stopped up. It's been there for years. So we're gonna put in 2 new culverts there. And then over here where Dusty's working, spin you around. So there's another run on the other side of this fence. There's another ditch. We're gonna put 2 culverts in there, which is gonna tie in with the ditch in the buffalo pen where we were just at. So that's what we're working on now. Dusty's clearing out the trees. We can't do the culverts today. They got a lot of stuff going on here today, and we can't block the road. So instead of waiting on this to dry, because we don't have a whole lot of fall where the water's got to go, we can make it work. If we fill this in, we can make this all drain. But as of now, we're gonna have to pump it, so just to get it to dry for this initial work that we want to do. So that's what we're doing now. We're trying to pump this thing dry. And quite a bit of water in here. We done pumped a lot of it out. And then there's going to be a road that goes through this field. It's going to go right on through this field, and it's going to come out on another road way over there. So that's what we're looking at doing now. Just trying to give you guys an idea of what we got going on. So he's just getting the stuff out of that corner there and setting it where I can get it with the 130. We're gonna move it out of the road here. Tear the hoses off. So that's our roughed in ditch. We're gonna come back and clean it up a lot, but that's just to get the water out of here. Going through the buffalo pen. We got a 3-inch pump pumping it out to this side of the road because that culvert that's in there is completely stopped up. So it's pumping down pretty good. Hey guys, I'm pressed for time today, so I'm gonna try to get something done before I get the drone up. This is the same morning we just come out the buffalo pen, and also it's been exciting already. But anyways, I wanted to take just a second to show you what I'm doing. So we're putting a pond here. This is that field that I just did the drone over. So there's our pipes that we're going to put in. There's the lake that's not supposed to be there. We've been draining. All right, so I'm doing a trench cut. You see that orange flag right by it's right by the bucket in the video, right there. All right, so I'm trench cutting for a pond. We're putting a pond here. So it's going to basically follow my tracks. And I'm going to set all the dirt towards the road. This trench cut will probably be about 15 foot wide. You know, that quick cycle time, something like that. Sorry. Anyways, I about had to hiccup. Be a 15 foot wide or so trench cut, you know, so I can cycle real quick. And then I'm going to move over. That's my first flag there. And then I'm going to move over where I've stripped that, and it's going to widen out another 15 foot. I'm going to set that dirt another set over. But first I'll have to come back and set this initial pile of dirt over. Anyway, so I'm doing 2 trench cuts, and I'm setting 2 piles of dirt, going towards the road with it both times. And then we got to fill that hole in. So we're gonna work everything back that way. This topsoil here, I'm gonna keep working it back that way. A lot of it's gonna go in that water hole. So that's just what's going on. I know this is poor video. I apologize, but today is about getting something done, and I just wanted you guys to know what we're doing. I wanted to fill you in on what's going on, and that way later on when I get a chance to take some video, you'll have an idea what's happening. All right, we got this kind of cornered here, what's left of the water. So I'm sure you've seen how big that was earlier. So Dusty just pulled the sump down over there a little lower. You can see that, and all that was water this morning. And I've been stripping topsoil from the pond, which, you know, you just seen me start a few minutes ago. Well, we kind of seen that we had this on the run, so I just drug some topsoil on down here to where we're at now. Dusty's going to cut some topsoil off where the road's going, and I'm backfilling this water hole as I go. And it's really important not to set the dirt out in the water. I'm just doing it on the leading edge. Got a turtle right there. She'll be fine. He'll get out of here. But just doing it on the leading edge. And that way we can herd the water to the pump, and we'll dry this sucker up. You know, got another turtle there coming right there. But you know, these guys here, there's a pond there, and there's a pond behind me too. So they're going to be fine. You know, for anybody that may be concerned about the turtles, I promise you, they're not going to be hurt. Anyways, so yeah, we got turtles going everywhere, but they'll figure it out. They'll cross this little dirt road here. They can cross that and go to that pond, and it's soft shells too, or they got a pond right there that they can get in. That sucker holds water all the time. So anyways, I don't know if you can see that, got a buffalo in the background. See that buffalo? Ain't that crazy? He just laid over, rolled over. I'll get some more footage of them later. That's a regular buffalo, where earlier in the video we were messing with water buffaloes. So anyways, yeah, these soft shells are not happy, but like I said, they're not going to be hurt. They're gonna get through this, and if they'll wait about a week, there'll be a whole new pond right here for them to get in, a deep pond. So there again, guys, don't worry about the turtles. I promise you, they're going to be good. All right, get Dusty's going to pull topsoil, and you know, we got that water, so I just filled that in there. Got that going pretty good now, drying up. So Dusty's going to start pulling topsoil. I'm going to go back over here and start back on the pond. And yes, normally we would do this with a dozer, because I know somebody's going to bust my chops on that. But man, if you look at this field, it is so wet right now. That's not going to happen. So that's the reason the dozer's not here. Believe me, I'd rather do it with a dozer.
But right now, this is the best option we got. It's either this or be shut down on this job. And the problem with that is I don't necessarily mind having a little downtime once in a while, but the problem with that is we got jobs behind this lined up to go to, and if we're late on this one, we're going to be late on the next one. So we're just trying to push through it, make it happen, and I think it's going to work out just fine for us. This morning it was water buffaloes, and over here it's regular buffaloes. That thing is humongous. So what you just seen where we were showing you the sump by the truck, this is what it looked like this morning. This is all the water we had in here. So quite the transformation in just a few hours already. Okay, so here you can see Dusty's starting to get him quite a little stockpile of topsoil there. So I'm coming in to help him move it real quick, because it kind of gets to messing you up when you're by yourself, because you got to move everything before you can cut anymore. So it's really quick with two machines. If you're working close by, one of you just runs over there and sets it out, and the other guy can keep working. So see, we're still placing it down in the water, or on the edge of the water, on the leading edge, and we're going to shove it in systematically and kind of push the water to the pump. And, you know, in a day or two, it'll actually be pretty dry, believe it or not. So yeah, we would rather have our dozer here, like I said earlier, but it's just so wet. It will be here tomorrow because we're going to dry it up a lot today. But right here, this is costing us very little to move this dirt, and we're moving that dirt. The 130 will reach like 24 feet or something like that, 25 foot. So we're moving it to easily moving it 50 foot with that machine and 40 with the other. So we're talking 90 to 100 foot. We're moving this dirt with no track wear, you know, and it's costing us very little fuel. We're not tearing the field up, you know, worse. So that's the reason that it's being done like this at this moment. If it was super dry out here or drier, the dozer would have been here today. But, you know, for those of you that's wondering why the track wear and all that, and then tearing the fields up on a day like this, it just offsets what benefit you would normally get from the dozer. So now I'm going to move back over towards the west and start pulling some of that topsoil the other way, because the pond's on the side that the 130's on now, so we're naturally going to have more dirt there than we will the other side. So it just occurred to me, hey, you should probably go over and start setting it back the other way. So that's what we're doing now. We're working to that corner, that far corner's going to be the furthest move for our dirt. Okay, so we're out of material here. I'm headed back over to where I started the trench cut on the pond, and I'm gonna start setting that first sand cut, or the first good fill dirt. I'm gonna start setting it over towards where he stripped for the road. So that's what you see happening here, and then I'm gonna put another trench cut in the bottom of the pond where that dirt pile is now that I'm moving. So that's gonna be like the middle of the pond, and then where I'm actually setting the dirt is going to be a 20-foot wide ditch, like a swale type ditch. So I have to drag it over a little bit. So Dusty was telling me about a stump, and I just spotted it right there that he didn't get with a ditching bucket, because you never want to dig a stump with a ditching bucket. That can cost you some money. So I got a pretty big stump here. I guess this was an old, I believe it was a cypress stump, and it was rooted in pretty good. Had to dig around a little, but it came out pretty easy. All right, guys, that's all the footage I got today, and we'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching.